In this video, we will study about control statements in Java. Now, control statements, they help us to control the flow of program. Means the statements which are there in your program can be executed first or later on, or this control statement can decide that which statement should be executed and which should not be executed. In this video, we are going to discuss two control statements, that is if statement and if else statement. Here we have the flow chart of if and if else. Here you can see for if statement that if the condition is true, then body of if will be executed, otherwise the program will come out of the loop. And here we have for if else statement that if the condition is false, then body of else part will be executed, otherwise body of if part of the program will be executed. Now we will see how to use this if statement and if else statement in our program. So we are going to write some programs using this control statements. So we'll click on new class. We are going to click create a new class. Suppose A. Then this class should be selected. Okay. Open the editor. Here we will delete all these parts. Now this is the program. In this program, we are going to display whether a number is greater than the other one or not. So we'll provide the comment program to find greater number. In last video, we studied that how to accept values from the user during runtime using scanner class. In this code, we are going to pass the variables as argument in the main class itself. In the main method itself, we are going to pass the arguments, and then those arguments we can accept the values, we can enter the values during runtime. So we will write down public class A, then public static void main. Now here instead of string args, we will declare two variables. Here we are going to compare two values, so we are taking two variables. Let it be int x comma int y. So what will happen when we will execute this program? Then the user will be asked to enter the values of x and y during runtime. We'll pass them as arguments during runtime. So int x, int y we have taken. Now we will provide the test condition if x greater than y. If this is true, then system dot out dot println x plus is greater than y. So here this statement, what this will do, whatever value user enters for x, that will be displayed over here, and then plus this is a concatenation operator which will concatenate both these values. So x, the value of x means what user enters during runtime, that plus, suppose for instance, suppose the user enters for x, suppose he enters 20 and for y he enters 10, then we know that this is true because 20 is greater than 10. So output will be 20 is greater than y. So here this plus is concatenating this both these values, this x value and this whatever is there under quotation mark. So this is a very simple program. Now we will close this. So here just we are printing this, that x is greater than y. Now compile this. Here we can see that no syntax error. Close. Now we will execute this program. Here you can see two boxes are there, and it is blinking over here. So the user has to enter the value of x and y over here. For instance, suppose the value of x is 25 and the value of y is, suppose it is 5. Then obviously this will print that 25 is greater than y. So here we could have entered the value of y also. So but now what will happen if the value of x is smaller than y. So now during runtime, if I put the value of x as 12 and value of y as 25, and when we execute this program, then you can see that this is not showing any output. This is because we have not entered any condition, we have not entered any statement if the if part is false. So let's move to the program again. Here you can see that we have just provided a statement if this is true. What will happen if this statement is false? So in that case, we have to provide, we have to use a else statement. So here we will write down, if this is not true, then else system dot out dot println y is greater than. Now in previously we saw that here y was showing, but actually we should print the value of y. So what we will do over here, we will complete it, close this inverted comma and then plus y. So here as we had displayed y initially, the value of y will be displayed. So here value of x will also be displayed. Similarly, we will do the change over here also, inverted comma plus y. So instead of printing only alphabet y, this will print the value of y. So here now we will compile this program. We can see there is no syntax error. Close it. Now we will execute this program again. Void main, enter the value of x and y. So now we are going to try for uh, y's value as greater than x. So suppose x value is 15 and y's value is 56. Then we will run this. Here you can see that it is showing 56 is greater than y. So this previous output is also showing. So to avoid confusion, you can clear from here. Once again, I'm executing this program. So I'm entering 24 and 124 for y, and here you can see that 124 is greater than 24. So this is how we can use if else statement in our program. We will today we will learn to write one more program, that is how to find out whether a number is odd or even using if else statement. So new class, suppose I provide the name of class as even. Okay, double click on this. We will delete this part, then double click, we'll provide the comment over here, program to find even or odd number. Now in this program we are going to use scanner class, because in this we will again do that method by accepting values during runtime from the user. So again I will write down import java dot util dot, here s will be capital. So Java is very case sensitive, so you should always you'll have to remember this practice. By practicing also you'll come into practice that where you have to write down capital letter, where you have to write down small letter. Here you can see that java.util, they will be in small letter, but scanner, this s will be capital. So this, then we will write down the class name, public class, the class name was even, so I write down over here even, then public static void main, here string args. The next thing will be to create an object of the scanner class. So I will write down scanner x. In previous video we learned how to create uh, an object of a scanner class, and we also learned all the terms which were used in this statement. So we will write down new, then scanner, and here in the bracket we have to pass an object, that is system dot in semicolon The syntax, this is if you make any changes in the syntax, then when you will compile the program you will get error. So you'll have to make a practice of, then only you will be able to learn how to write down this course. Then we will write down system dot out dot println. Now here we have to declare one variable also, where we will accept the value of the number. Suppose I take int p as a variable. So system dot out dot println, enter any number. Now here user will be asked to enter a number, so we will have to write like this: p equals to x dot, we have to call the object which we have created just now for the scanner class. So x dot next int, as this is of integer kind, I told you in previous video that as it is of integer kind, so here we are writing next int. If it was float, we'll write down next float, or if it was char, we'll write down next char, and then bracket close. Now we will now here we have to provide a condition if. Now how to find out whether a number is even or odd? So for that we have a method, that is we will divide that number by 2, and if we don't get any remainder, that means that number is even, otherwise it is odd. So in computer terms we will write down if p mod 2, this is this percent symbol, this is for mod, and this will find out what this operator will do. This will divide p by 2, and this will find out the remainder. So there is a difference between this mod operator and this division. This is a division operator. This will give you different output, but this mod operator, this will give you the remainder. So what will be the remainder? Means if I divide the number p by 2, what will be the remainder? If it is 0, then we know that we can print that the number is even. So system dot out dot println, we can print that p plus is even. P is even, so this will print whatever number the user will enter, that will be printed as it is even. Else, if this is not true, means if this part is not true, then else part of the program will be executed. So what will be executed? System dot out dot println p, then inverted comma, is odd, then semicolon. Now we'll close the brackets and compile the program. Here we can see there is no syntax error, so we can now execute this program. Close it. Now execute this. Okay. Now here you can see that it is asking the user to enter any number. Suppose if I enter 24, this is displaying 24 is even. Now I'm going to execute this program once again, and now this time I will enter an odd number. So suppose if I enter 57, okay, so here you can see that 57 is odd. So this is how we can use if and else statement in our program.